So, growing up made me realize just how terrible my parents are. You're gonna be okay. You can be like, okay, what could they have possibly done that is so bad? You're probably just like every other person thinking that your parents are terrible. For starters, they're so superstitious. They're always doing this bullshit conspiracy theories. Oh, the government this, the government that. It's like, shut up. They wouldn't let me use a phone until I was like 13. They wouldn't let me use the internet. They're still skeptical of the internet. They don't know how it works. It's like, what the fuck? And now I have to walk around eggshells around them every single day. I can't do nothing. I can't do nothing. You can be like, oh, well, how old are you now? I'm 20, dude. I'm 20 years old. You're like, well, why don't you move out? I can't. I can't. I do not make enough to move out. Why don't you make enough? I also can't make enough because I don't have skill sets, because I never learned them, because I can't learn how to learn them, because I never learned how to learn. You'd be like, what? Of course you did. Yeah, of course I did. But I have a really, really slow way of doing it. You hear that? I'm sick. I have the flu. You'd be like, okay, well, you got your flu shot, right? No, apparently I fucking didn't. 20 years old, I don't even know if I had the flu shot or not. Isn't that crazy? Fucking, my dad's fucking filling everything out. I'm like, Dad, let me see it. He's like, no, this is my information, not yours. Motherfucker, that's my name. It's crazy to think about that if you don't have a certain resource or tool when you're younger or skill set and you don't develop it, it's crazy how that can affect you in your everyday adult life. I'm still a man child. When I get sick, I'm fucking sick. Like not the cold, not some other disease, because I got a lot of shots, right? The only shot that I didn't get, and again, it's because my parents were like, "Oh, you should build up antibodies." What? That's what the vaccine does. So it just doesn't make sense. So it's like, "Oh, you should naturally build that up." If you get the flu shot, you are 40 to 60% less likely to have flu-like symptoms. It's like, what the fuck? So every time I get the flu, I be wondering, like, a whole bunch of, like, let's just call them, like, public schoolers, right? A whole bunch of people that are out in the world, they're a lot more resistant, a lot more resilient to the flu. And I'm like, oh, wow, you guys are so strong. You guys are so strong. I didn't know, like, you guys are just built different, you know? Only to find out that they've been getting vaccinated this entire time. And I'm like, I'm like, hey, have I ever gotten the flu shot? No. What? That's why I'm getting sick? I thought that I was just weak or something. That's why I'm getting so sick. That's why my body takes so long to recover, because I do not have a boosted flu shot. It's not boosting my immune system. What even is a vaccine? That's crazy, man. That's crazy to think about. I always thought people were just stronger than me. I always thought people just had it to get. Here are the things that I lack right now and I need to improve on. My education. I don't know how to read or write like how public schoolers do. I was homeschooled my entire life. Never had any education except for like a fourth grader's education. That's my education right there. You'd be like, "What? Didn't you were homeschooled? Didn't you aren't you supposed to be smarter?" Apparently fucking not, cuz I don't know how to read or spell, and it's just I don't even know how to do math properly. I'm like, well, didn't your mom or dad teach you? No, they didn't, because they're too fucking lazy. They can't do it properly. They should have just sent me to public school. They're like, oh, you're gonna get bullied. I was getting fucking bullied here. So it doesn't. There's no difference. Everyone's just bullying each other. It doesn't make any sense at all. It's fucking dumb. I was a bully too, bullying my little brother, bullying my older brother. And now look at us. Look at us. A whole bunch of dysfunctional people in the house. I'm still living with my parents. Can you believe that? These are the repercussions that I have to bear because my fucking parents thought it was a good idea not to put me in public school. Not to be emotionally disconnected in my entire life. So they won't teach me anything, any values or goals or things that I can actually like learn, like morals. They never taught me that shit. It's just so weird how you have to learn all this shit on your own, you know? And it's like basic fundamental information that I should have known. And if you don't have that fundamental information, then you imagine if it's like you're building like a tree or something. You're growing a tree, and that tree, let's just say the fundamentals are like the stump, right? Instead of growing a big stump, it's like a small little twig that just keeps on growing up vertically. And then you're like, okay, well, the fundamentals, they're not important. So your tree is so like slim and it can snap at any moment, but you just keep on adding branches and branches and branches. So every time you need to go back to the fundamentals, like spelling or reading, or even like mathematics, you can't do that. So no, don't you know geometry? No, I don't. Oh my goodness. I feel like David Goggins when he was like, I don't know how to read, I don't know how to write. It's like, fuck. David Goggins can do it, I can do it too. That guy's a war machine though. Holy dang it. You're gonna be like, so then you're the pussy, you're the only one struggling. No, dude. No. My whole family's struggling. Everybody struggles. Everybody struggles, but with different problems. It's really crazy to think about. Like, okay, school doesn't necessarily hinder me from, like, because I learned myself, right? It doesn't really hinder me. Actually, no, it does. It does. Without school, work, or like college or anything like that, where are you finding friends? Exactly. I only have like one or two friends. Isn't that crazy? And I try to be positive, you know, but it just okay. It's easier. It's easier to get chicks than it is to find friends. You mean like, what do you mean? So dating is like the surface level, you know? And I guess you could say the same thing about like um friends, but it's like what do you have in common with them? With dating, it's like you can kind of just flirt with them all day, you know? That's all a girl wants, is just for you to flirt with them. And you can like get around not talking about like serious stuff, because girls don't want to talk about serious stuff with their partners, right? They want to be all like energetic and flirty, and they want to like be like, oh, this is fun, this is fun, oh yeah, it is fun, and then you get them to talk, and it's like, and it's like, it's so like when you're thinking about it, it's like, oh shit, did I say the wrong thing? What am I supposed to say in this situation? I mean, now I'm pretty confident, right? I've been on so many dates. It's like I've been with so many women, so many dates, but I have a lack of friends. It's crazy how that works, right? Can you believe that? It's like a whole different skill set. How getting friends versus dating people. You being attractive versus you being charismatic to platonic partners or platonic friendship. That is so weird. Like, I know that people just want to fuck, right? It's mostly how it is. It's so hard to find friends these days. It's always been hard for me. Because every day or every time that I would find a friend group, I would get kicked out of it because I was just the odds ones out or something. I had nothing in common. Or when I did have stuff in common, I had a different perspective on it. It's like, fuck. Life is so easy. My mentality makes it so hard. It's like, well, why don't you unlearn the mentality? Because you forget that you're trying to unlearn shit. And that is me right now. It is so hard to put my mind to something right now. I forget things super easily. Super easily. I've been numbing myself for the past 5 years with the internet and food and like alcohol. I don't really drink, so not really alcohol, but just like food and like women and porn and like the internet, TikTok, scrolling, doom scrolling, and like it's just I need to stop at some point. At some point I was productive. Like I could actually work. I used to work on a comic for like 10 hours straight, but I had something in the background playing, but I could work for like 10 hours a day. Maybe it wasn't 10, maybe like 5 or 6, maybe 7 or 8. But I could work and I could focus. And now I'm so scatterbrained. I just can't focus on anything. Can't focus on anything that long. Because I'm always thinking, oh, someone's texting me. Oh, there's a new post. Oh, I need to do this. I need to do that. And then I built up this routine where I have to go to a job that I really don't like. I really hate. I really don't want to go there. I really resent going there. I really despise going there. I hate the people there. And it's even harder now because there's this girl that I work with and we fucked, and now it's like super awkward. It's not awkward, but I care more about her than she cares about me because, of course, women have more opportunity at first when they're young, and when they get older, their value kind of decreases in the sexual market, apparently. It's like, shit. What the fuck? So I have to tough it out. If I want to have a good life, I have to work hard, man. I have to work really hard. The problem with me is that I'm not a man. I'm just a man child. I don't have, or I haven't learned some of the fundamentals of being a man. Like every time something gets hard, I quit. I stop. And it's tough. It's really tough. I worked in a warehouse for 6 months while I had my other job. And that was like 60-hour work weeks, 5 days a week. So basically like 12 hours. Wait, 60 hours. 65 hours. So it's basically me working like 12 hours. But I was up for like 18, 19 hours because of all the bad time management that I did. And they always wanted me to take an hour break over at my first job. So I'm like, damn, I can't even manage my time well. So every time I would get up, I would just be super tired, not wanting to go to work. And I had to sleep in my brother's room because he had the AC unit. And by the way, my AC doesn't work. So every time in the summertime, I have to sleep in my brother's room or I just have to suffer. That's just how it is. And a lot of people are like, oh, well, why don't you just pay for a new AC unit? Help your dad out. It's like, no, dude, that's not my responsibility. It should be on him, not me. At this point, I should move out. But it's like, I can't because, again, I don't have the necessary tools. But again, if I don't do something, if I don't move out, if I don't change the way I look at things, like every day, like my dad right now, he's a fucking walking PTSD trigger for me. Every time I see him, every time I hear his door open, PTSD right there, instantly triggered. You're gonna be like, what are you talking about, dude? I wake up, I see this room, instant PTSD. I'm thinking about how many memories have I had in here where I struggled? How many memories have I had in here where I suffered? I go downstairs, suffering, just suffering everywhere, suffering everywhere. All the failures, all the shit that I've done, all the insecurities. Every time I look at something, it would trigger an insecurity. I look at my mom, and she's downstairs in the living room. She sleeps in the living room, and I'm like, every time I see her, it triggers so much PTSD. How I'm not good enough. I never got a proper education. She was supposed to teach me, and it just puts me down every single day. It's like if you wake up. First of all, if you're still watching, thank you. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Now, it's like you wake up, right? And as soon as you get up, a boulder falls on you and you have to carry that boulder the entire day. And then when I go to work, because I've been there for so long, instant PTSD as well. Struggling, struggle. And I'm thinking if I leave, I have Stockholm syndrome. So I'm like, if I leave, what am I gonna do? Like, this is my life, This is my home. This is my work, Like, this is where I'm supposed to be, right? If I go anywhere else, I can't be anywhere else. That's what I'm thinking. Do you know how bad that is? Do you know how bad that is? And you realize later on in life, the more you leave, the less hard life is. You can leave and you can do other shit. That's why people keep on moving. It's because they kept on having PTSD. Probably not. That's probably not the reason. But that's my theory. My theory. The more I wake up every single day and do the same thing over and over again, that's what makes me insane. That's the definition of insanity. The more that the longer I wake up here, that is going to hinder my neuroplasticity growth. That is going to hinder me. If you don't keep moving in life and you stay stagnated, then you're not going to grow and your mind is going to slowly be like a dilapidated building that just crumbles. I don't want that. I don't want that anymore. For the last past year, I've just been getting up, going to work, getting up, going to work, getting up, going to work. And I had a girlfriend before I got my warehouse job. And I broke up with her because, one, it wasn't going anywhere because I wasn't going anywhere. And two, it wouldn't be fair to her if I stayed with her while working in a warehouse and not having any time ever and being super busy. It's crazy to think about that every time I look back on a certain situation, I'm like, oh yeah, I had such a good time that time. But in reality, probably, yeah, it was probably a good time. But that time that I was in the past, my mindset was probably horrible. I was probably thinking terrible thoughts. I was probably feeling terrible about myself. I was in such a bad headspace. I'm always in a bad headspace. But every time I look back at life, I'm like, wow, that time was so cool. I missed that time. I was happier then. I wasn't. I'm never happy. This is just my therapy session, honestly. Can't believe you guys are still watching. That's crazy. Thank you, by the way. It's probably your therapy training video, psychologist. Just watching this video. This is the video that you watch. So I talked about all my problems, right? What can I do about it? What have I been doing about it? Well, for starters, it's really simple, actually. I don't know if you saw my last video, but it's really simple. Be the person, be the cup that's overflowing. What does that mean? It's like learn so much and be so much and earn so much that your cup overflows so you can help other people and you can take care of yourself and others. And that's your purpose right there. I don't have a purpose. I feel lost. And I was supposed to get fathership from my dad, but all I got is a emotionally unavailable man child that just really just disappoints me every day. You can be like, well, do you talk to him? No, I don't talk to him. Well, why don't you talk to him? Every time I try, it's like his mentality is just, I don't even know. It's just locked in. You can't do this, can't do that. Well, I'm not going to argue with you. Even when I was a kid, I wanted to do stuff with him. He was like, oh, I'm busy. I'm tired. He's just not there. That's another thing. That's another thing too. He doesn't believe in depression. It's like, okay, but it's really dangerous, right? Because like if he's one of those types of people, right? And he's like, "Oh, I don't believe in depression," and then he doesn't help me out. It's like there's people that are like, "Oh, I don't believe in the COVID vaccine. I don't know what they're putting in their bodies," and then they're putting like sugar and hot dogs and like a whole bunch of food starch and like seed oils and stuff in their body, and they're like, "Oh, I would never put that in my body. I would never put a vaccine in my body." It's like, what are you talking about, dude? You're putting shit in your body. He was like, oh, it's probably like a tracking device or something. What are you holding in your hand? Oh, I'm just checking the weather. So stupid, dude. It's so fucking stupid. And they're like, oh, well, the government's probably watching me. What are you holding in your hand? Oh, I'm just checking the weather. No shit, the government's watching you. But what are you gonna do about it? Why is your life so important? What can they possibly do to you? You think you're so fucking important, you narcissist? No, dude, you're not fucking important. Nobody cares. The government's not looking at you like, oh, that guy right there? Yeah, he's important. Keep tabs on him. No, nobody fucking cares. And then he complains, oh, well, other kids these days they're so like cool and everything. How do you think they got like that? Do you think they got raised like you and me? No. They had functional. Let me not compare. Are you guys still watching this? You're crazy, man. Thank you for watching this. Like, seriously, please comment down below Tiger if you're still watching this. I'm gone. I'm disconnected from this world, you know? People say be in the moment. It's really hard to do that for me. I haven't been in the moment for the past 6 years, which is really crazy to me. Since I was 15, I just kind of like, I think I've just been depressed my entire life, honestly. I've always been the problem child. The child that has problems and been the problem child. Like literally yesterday, and I kid you not, my dad was like, "Yeah, you've always had problems sleeping. You always woke up like 30 minutes later, like when we put you in the crib to lie down." It's like, what? I've always had problems sleeping. So then it's me. I'm the problem. I'm a problem, really? And now that I think about it, I was the problem for some reason, and I'm still the problem. That's why nobody like even my brothers and sisters, right? They think I'm the problem, which I am the problem because I make problems and I stress people out because of my overthinking. I'm just like, oh, what if this happens? Or, oh, what if you do this? Or it's like, fuck. My it's so weird too because like my brother will send me a reel saying, "Oh, sending a reel to my favorite person," and then I'll be like, "Hey, you want to hang out?" He'd be like, "No, fuck off." It's like, what the fuck? You're gonna tell me to fuck off after you just sent that reel to me? Then why did you send it? Oh, my hood's done charging. I don't know why I did that. If I'm not constantly stimulated or constantly busy, I'll be really bored, depressed. So I need to be able to go in the flow state, but I keep on numbing myself with TikTok and reels and scrolling all day. And I think people can pick up on that energy just like, oh, you're just bed rotting. I really am bed rotting. If you look at my room right now, it's in terrible shape. Right now, you're gonna be like, okay, well, you probably have no bitches or something. That's wrong. I have two. I'm dating two of them right now. You're like, what? Are you serious? You're dating two women right now, and your mental health still sucks? Yup. Yup. That's so like, so it's not women. Getting women will not make you happy. I'm a prisoner to my own mind. Life is so easy right now. Do you know how? Like, listen to this. Listen to this. Do you know how easy it is for me right now? Do you know how easy my life is? Like, I could have zero bills, right? I could have such a fortified brain, fortified mind, right? I could go out there every single day. I could have unlimited women if I wanted to. Do you know how hot I am? Do you know how attractive I am? Do you know who I am? That is literally, if I were to think in that mindset for a second, just for a second, just I'm gonna humor myself for a second. Do you know how easy it is to pick up women once you actually talk to them? Once you actually get to know what women like? It's super easy. Do you know how easy it is to get into shape with the right mindset? Do you know how easy it is to learn something with the right mindset? It's all about you and your mind. It's all about how much you can actually absorb and remember and retain and actually think about it, fail, get that feedback and try again. Go back again and try again. You just keep on trying. Do you know how easy it is to get rich? It's so easy with the right mindset. You're like, okay, well, if it's so easy, then why don't people do it? Because they have a terrible mindset. I have a terrible mindset. My mindset is terrible. If you were to, and I'm not saying like, oh, you can get rich in like 2 months or something. No, it takes years. But those years, they add up. And I bet if you just spent 5 years working on a business while you have this free time, 40 hours a week, 30 hours a week, I bet you would have $1 million in the next 5 years. Probably sell a company, probably invent something. Company would be like, oh, we'll pay you $1 million for your company. Hell yeah. Take my company. Give me your money. Do you know how do you know do you know how easy it is to do that if you have the right mindset? Can you imagine giving up all of this bullshit vanity shit? It's like, oh, I want to go to parties. I want to go to raves. I want to go date, you know? It's like, what the fuck? No. I want money. Money is what makes the world go around. It's like, oh, you're a slave to money. Fuck yeah, I am a slave to money. Do you know what money can buy you? The thing is, you can't earn money with zero skills. You have to learn skills because money chases skills, is what I've heard. So you have to believe. You have to believe. That's the kind of mindset you have. That's the kind of mindset you need to have. When you wake up every single day, you need to think to yourself, I am not going to go on my phone. I'm going to cut out all distractions. What does that mean? Literally cutting out all distractions. No junk food, no scrolling, no side scrolling, none of that. Not even turning on the TV, not even turning on the news, nothing like that. You go on your computer, you go on your notes, you go on all of that. You use earplugs, plug them in, and you start focusing. And you focus. As soon as you get up, that's what you need to do. No more distractions. That is the mindset you need. And you're going to be like, okay, well, what if I think it's boring? Exactly. You think it's boring and you can't do it because it's boring. If you can't do boring work, but you can with the new mindset. With the new mindset, you can. That's what I'm saying. The mindset. It's all about the mindset. If you just had a solid, fortified mindset for just 5 years, you'd be like, 5 years is a long time. Yeah. But everything's a long time. If you don't learn now, you're going to have to learn later. And it's going to be harder for you because you get older. Time is not on your side. Wow, I just jumped in a different mindset for a second. That's crazy, dude. I feel better. Isn't that crazy? How you can feel better from changing your mindset, dude, that's fucking wild. That is fucking wild. I was just depressed a second ago, and now I feel a bit better. Whoa, dude. Are you serious? I'm literally insane. I'm literally insane. Like, dude, if other people can do it, then you can too. It's crazy. This is crazy, man. And even like now, and I guarantee you right now, what I'm about to do after this is just start scrolling again. So why would you do that? Because I get bored. That fortified mindset, I don't have that forever. I don't have that focus forever. My focus diminishes by the hours that go by, just the minutes that go by. I get excited when I talk about that though. It's like, oh, this is the type of mindset you need to have. This is the type of thing that you need to do. You need to get this done. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter how many hours it takes. You need to get it done. But when I'm actually doing it, I'm like, oh, fuck me, dude. This is so hard. Please. That's the kind of mindset that I have. Or that's the kind of thing that I do is like I get really excited about doing hard work and like, okay, well this is what I love to do, right? And I think you kind of need to be like a narcissist in this point in time right now, just because it's not gonna it's not gonna benefit you to be like to like share right now. And I think it's just beneficial to be selfish right now. You'd be like, didn't you just say earlier in the video to give? Yeah, but after your cup is way fuller than you could possibly imagine. If your cup's empty, you can't give nothing. You actually have to take. I think that improving your life means getting rid of all the PTSD triggers, getting rid of all the distractions, getting rid of all of the negative energy and the things that just doesn't benefit you anymore. And that can be really sad, and that's sacrificing. Sometimes love can be PTSD triggering, and that drains you, and you have to sacrifice it. Sometimes you get into a toxic relationship and you need to get out of it because it's a PTSD trigger. And I know that I talk about PTSD a lot. I don't know if I actually have PTSD, but I probably don't. I'm probably using it wrong. I probably am just thinking like it brings bad energy whenever I think about or I look at something. You know how you break up with your ex and now everything you do reminds you of her? That's how it feels. That's how every day feels when I wake up. Everything reminds me of something. Like let me hold on. Let me just point at something. I don't know if you can see that box, that vacuum cleaner box. My dad was like, "I hope you're not fucking using the vacuum cleaner, you little shit." It's a bad memory right there. It's also look, see, I can turn into a funny memory. It's like, I hope you're not fucking using the vacuum cleaner, you little shit. Oh fuck, my dad. Oh shit, he's gonna come. He's gonna fucking come after me. This door right here. It reminds me of the time that my dad jumped on my brother when he was playing chess. because he wasn't doing his homework. It always goes back to my home life because that's most of your memories actually. It's either school or your home life is the most of your bad memories. And once you can get rid of those, I feel like you can finally live your life. Unless you had a good home life and you had good parents and your school life was also great. I am disappointed in my I'm not mad, I'm just really disappointed in my parents, in my brothers and sisters. I'm disappointed in myself too for just not improving when I need to, not getting things done for myself, letting my mental health get out of hand, staying at a company that I really hate for 5 years. I think honesty really helps you in the long run. So I'm gonna try being more honest. All right, guys. Oh shit, my mindset's crumbling right now. Hold on, let me try and motivate myself. Every day that you clean your room, that is one step closer to getting towards your goal. You're cleaning your room, you're not bedrotting. You need to start getting up every single day, avoiding all distractions, getting that work done. Every day that you get up, you're grinding. You're grinding. Life is all about grinding. Repetitiveness is sometimes the best thing you could possibly do for success, even though that it may trigger insanity, even though that it may trigger your PTSD because you constantly you're getting a constant reminder of how much of a failure you are. But you're not failing because you're actually succeeding because you're every day you're putting in the work. You're putting in the work. You're getting stronger. You're building more emotional resistance. You're doing the thing that you don't want to do, which builds neuroplasticity in your brain. Literally right now, when you do something you don't want to do, if you're at work, if you're at school, and you're literally doing something that you don't want to do, you're building neuroplasticity. So, guys, I hope you found this really, really insightful. I hope you found this video really entertaining. And I know that you're probably, mesmerized by my pretty looks or my handsome face or just like, the earring that I got. I actually had it on this side, which makes you gay. Uh, and I forgot that it makes you gay. So some guy, funny story actually, I was gonna meet a girl at a lake, and she she was running late, and this Venezuelan dude was like, "Hey, my name's I can't remember his name, but it was some Venezuelan name." And I was like, "Oh, cool." I was like, "Yeah, let me walk with you." And I just walk with random people. And I'm always open to everything. So he's like walking, and he's like, "Yo, I'm trying to find the beach." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm trying to find the beach too. I'm trying to teach this girl how to swim." And he's like, "Oh, okay, okay." So he starts touching my hand like this, like my hand's just like dangling, and he's like touching, and I'm like, "Oh, he's probably like, you know, uh, it's probably just like a mistake or something." Because I'm like showing him on his phone, or I'm showing him where the beach is on his phone because we're both trying to find it. And he's like touching my hand like this, and I'm like, "Why is he doing that?" I'm like, "Okay, it's probably just like by mistake, so I'll ignore it." So then I'm like, "All right, well, I'm gonna go find find the girl. I'm gonna go wait for the girl up here." He's like, "Okay, nice meeting you." And then literally later that day, we were like, I was laughing about it with the girl that I saw. She was like, "Yeah, he probably thought that you wanted him or something." I was like, "No." And then I realized The earrings on the right side. He probably saw that and he's like, oh yeah, I'm about to get some. I was like, oh dude. It's like, oh, I just realized that after the date with the girl. We didn't find the beach, by the way. But yeah, guys, I could have been molested by a 42-year-old. I don't know if he was 42, but he's pretty old Venezuelan guy. But gotta change. You gotta take that shit seriously. Anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in to this week's, days, whatever, video, and I hope you guys liked the video. And make sure you subscribe and comment down below if you're still watching. If you are, comment gay. All right, guys. You have a safe time out there.